everyone. Welcome to Midday Plays. I'm your host, Mindy Hahn, with the best sister in the world, Tiffany Mantz.
I think maybe I'm the second best sister in the world because you're the best sister in the world.
Oh, that's amazing. Amazing. I appreciate that. That is so nice. No one ever says nice things about me. Well, we are here today to give you some parlays, props, player props, same game parlays, because we want you to be able to take advantage of your bonuses out there on the sports books. Plus, Tony T, we are moving towards being able to put in player props and parlays for you guys to purchase. Our very best plays are going to be out there and be documented. It is going to be awesome and amazing. So we are super excited for that. I think we're less than 24 hours out. I already saw some in there for the football game here tonight. So it's going to be exciting stuff. Make sure you guys, though, go ahead and like and subscribe. Click on the bell to get all the notifications because you never want to miss out when me and Tiffany go live every day with amazing picks.
Absolutely.
Right. So how has your day been? I've been just like sipping on my iced coffee.
I have been a chicken with my head cut off all day. So I was like scrambling to get some stuff together for this. So, but yeah, it's
hopefully
good.
It's a good scramble. That reminds me. I said, hopefully it's a good scramble. But that reminds me,
absolutely.
I did see this new thing on TV with the Oscar Mayer scrambles, right? Where you can now put hot dogs with your eggs, which sounds totally amazing to me, I might add, because it sounds like the breakfast we grew up on.
This is kind of related. You know what I saw at the store? It was SpaghettiOs with Frank's hot sauce. And I'm like, where was this 20 years ago?
Right.
When I was eating the regular SpaghettiOs in college, I could have had some Frank's hot sauce in there.
Right. I mean, that's all you need is to, make sure you kill all of the viruses from the night before, right? I mean, it's pretty cool stuff. But yeah, I feel like, man, I need to try those. But yeah, we did pretty good yesterday on our picks. We have to kind of wait on mine to see if the Tigers can pull out the remaining innings there on that game with Kansas City. Other than that, things were looking good. Got all those strikeout props. So, of course, now I feel like I have to come back again today, with some strikeout props for you. Are you guys ready for this? It's going to be amazing.
I want to hear it.
I could tell by the excitement on your face Tiffany, that you cannot even hold it in, that you're so excited. All right. So here we go. I'm going to give you mine, and then I'll make Tiffany go last because it's like the more anticipated day of the game, the Lions versus Packers.
Well, I'm talking about football, so Thursday night football, the best night of the week.
All right, so here's what we got today. We're going to go ahead and take a look at the Twins and the A's here once again, right? So we're going to go with Sonny Gray. I know all of you folks out there love Sonny Gray. He's like your favorite pitcher. But the good thing is that even though he's had some woes, he does actually like to strike out guys. So that's what we're going to take a look at here today. We're going to go ahead and we're taking Sonny Gray over 5 strikeouts. Now, if you are feeling lucky, you could probably almost go up to like 7 strikeouts on this one and get a little bit of plus money. But again, I'm going to try to be a little bit conservative here with my plays. So it's kind of up to you how high you want to go with this. But if you look at Sonny Gray, he averages 9 Ks per 9 innings, 24.3% strikeout rate. Again, the A's have the 3rd highest strikeout percentage versus right-handed pitchers. And we're going to go ahead and take a look at the Twins here on the money line as well, sitting at about minus 260, right? I kind of feel like he's going to go ahead and get in his groove. And so I would then go ahead and take Sonny Gray too, allowing 2 earned runs or less in this one, just because I don't think he might not get a lot of innings, right? So maybe he's only going to go about 4 or 5. But again, I don't feel like getting to the 5 strikeouts is going to be hard. And I do think he can keep this A's team to under 2 earned runs in the amount of innings that he's in. So there's 3 plays there on that Twins and A's game for you. And then what I want you to do is go ahead and combine this here today with Mr. Zach Wheeler here for the Phillies. And we're going to do the same thing. We're going to take him at plus 5 strikeouts. He's another one that I think you could almost go up to 7. He averages more, 9.9 Ks per 9 innings, 26.9% K rate. And the last time he played against the Pirates, he had 11 Ks in that game. So 11 Ks is a bunch versus the Pirates.
Yeah, that's a lot.
But we already know that he can go ahead and get the job done. So then, of course, we will also be to parlay that up, same game parlay it. We're going to take the Phillies there on the money line. So yeah, we got close to plus 300 odds on here. Again, today, I'm feeling like I'm left out. They're giving me no baseball booster. So hopefully you're out there getting some, but I'm not. So I just have to play it kind of straight up. But otherwise, you could probably get close to plus 600 odds here on this parlay. And want to say hi to Darren. He just showed up. Hello. How are you guys today? But yeah, we're going to go ahead and have a 5-leg parlay for you here today. And so we have the much anticipated Lions Green Bay Packers game here tonight. We have many friends that we hang out with that are huge Packers fans. And so we also know that our chat is sometimes a little Lions heavy. So it's going to be our friends in the chat versus our friends in Iowa. So what do you got for us here today for a same game parlay?
Well, what I picked out, what I'm thinking about betting, because I do have a free parlay boost or a free parlay insurance at MGM that I'm probably going to use.
Right.
I was looking for Jordan Love over 16.5 rushing yards. So far, I can only find it at 17.5, but I haven't had time to check all my apps. So I'm looking for the 16.5 over rushing yards. He's averaging about 25 per game. Their O-line's kind of been struggling, so I think he'll be rushing. And really, he's a dual threat quarterback. Like I think he's still learning. He's still a little green, but I think in a couple of years, I think he's going to be a great quarterback. And I love him at Green Bay. Right. Personally, I'm a fan.
Yeah, he learns from one of the best, right?
Yep. So I'm looking for him over 16.5 rushing. Jaden Reed, I'm looking at him over 3.5 receptions.
Okay. Well, that's good. I'm trying to decide if I should play him over Hopkins. I know that sounds weird, right? But Hopkins is getting me like 0 points.
I think Reed's going to be busy today. I think it'd be a good. I might switch him if I were you. But I need to look at it. I'd have to do some investigating to give you an official answer on that.
You got work to do.
But I'm looking at him over 3.5 catches. He's had 20 of Love's 96 attempts so far this season. He's averaging about 3 catches per game. I think he'll get that 3.5 catches. And then the last thing I was looking at is I think I'm going to do Sam Laporta at over 4.5 catches or receptions. He's money. Like he's gone 18 for 22 this season. And then he's gotten 22 of Goff's 103 attempts. I think that those two have really kind of synced up.
Yeah.
And if you put all those 3 things together, and that's at Caesars with the 17.5, that's put you at plus 800 for bets. Like I said, I might see if I can find that at 16.5 to lower it a little bit. But I think that's what I'm going to bet. What are you thinking for like over under? I think I've been seeing 44, 45. Maybe we'll do a consensus. Like I'm kind of leaning under.
Right. I kind of like if you can get it at the 45.5, I would probably go ahead and lean to the under. But you have to remember too, folks out there, we always kind of talk about this. The magic number in the NFL is 51.5, right? Because we know that 3/4 of all NFL games go under 51 points, right? So it could be one of those that you just kind of go ahead and maybe play a teaser with your favorite. I'm kind of maybe leaning. This is kind of a 50-50 shot, right? I kind of maybe lean here with the Lions today and the under. Is that kind of what you're thinking?
Yeah, and I think there's some injuries. I think Packers are going to be struggling a little bit. So I'm leaning, I think Lions might win it outright, and I'm leaning under too, just because depending on if you looked at the Packers game last week, they were pretty rough the first 3 quarters. So we'll see if they pick it up in the first half of this game or not. But I don't. They've struggled the last couple of weeks. I don't think there's going to be a big.
Well, yeah, I mean, they had to come back versus Ritter, and I don't think he's necessarily great, right? And they had to come back versus the Saints with a car that was out that
he
second
got hurt.
half, right? I mean, it's one of those that they keep struggling with injuries, and I just think no matter who you are, you can have the greatest team out there, and as soon as you start having some injury troubles, things kind of start to go downhill. I mean, a lot of everything I think in the first half, in these games have to do with timing and who's been out there and the cadence and all of that. And so I do think it's, I think it's sometimes unfair that coaches get the boot, right, when they've had like their star players out for the season. That's kind of how I see some of this. Have you looked at college football at all today yet, or just haven't had time?
No, I've been too busy. But I like Charles. He commented Lions first half -1.5. I'm like, I like that too, because I think the Packers are slow starters. They've been slow starters this season.
Obviously, so. Right. I mean, I think we looked at it. I don't think they've scored more than 18 points like in the first half of the first couple games. And Ron, he's totally in on the Lions, of course. That's where he's from, Detroit. He was super pumped about Damian Lillard there going to his Bucks team yesterday. I mean, that was like huge news.
Yeah.
I think it's one of those like, people were doing what's the over under on how many championships? Well, I think it's one. I mean, these guys are getting old, right?
Yeah.
And also, I always think it's a dynamic where you have almost sometimes too many stars. So how do you allocate those points and shots and things like that? So it is kind of a hard dynamic. I think. And we kind of saw that from, Durant and stuff last season. I think it's just hard with too many stars out there sometimes, on the court. But I was kind of looking at, this one's kind of been kind of sitting out there. I do kind of like Jackson State tonight over Sam Houston, only -6.5. So that's one if you kind of maybe agree on with me, or you can go ahead and tease that, take them at, an even money with something else that you like, that sort of thing. That's another thing you guys can look at there today. And Charles, you should find us out there on Twitter at Two Old Ladies That Won. You said you had some questions, so go ahead and DM us right there, because I don't exactly know how to reach you guys sometimes out here on on the YouTube verse, I guess is what it is, right? They don't let us like direct message or anything. So go to the Two Old Ladies That Won out on Twitter, and we can answer some of your questions there also.
Yeah, we love answering questions.
Oh my God. But he said, you put 100 on Milwaukee to win it all, plus 375.
Yeah. Hey, I mean, Mindy always talks about she doesn't like putting her money into futures, but I'm like, I'm like that. I'm like, if I'm in Vegas or something, I'm always putting something on somebody to win the Super Bowl or the championship, because I always think it's a fun reason to go back to Vegas to catch my ticket.
Well, right, but now we have the app, so we don't have to do those crazy things where we sit it in our fireproof box for a year, right? That's pretty good. But no, I kind of always feel like I can use my $100 today to make more money than having my $100 sit out there until I don't know. And so I always forget when the playoffs are. I'm like April. I don't remember.
It's far, especially for basketball.
Right. It's one of those like I should know. I'm just on that day-to-day basis, all the time. So any of you guys have any more questions for us out there? We can go ahead and give you a couple plays or something that we're looking at. But Tiffany, what do you got on the site? I know you said you're going to put up your football pick. You're guaranteed here in a second. You got tell us out there.
That's what I got.
For baseball, right?
And I always got some baseball.
Oh yeah, a 3-pack of baseball.
Yes, even though like I said, I'm ready for baseball to be done. But again, I mean, I still put picks up. My picks won yesterday. If you bought them, thank you. But like I said, I just I'm over it. Like, let's move on to football.
Well, that's like today. I was like, I don't even know. I can't remember his name, but it's something Logan Smith or something. And I'm like, who is this guy? Right. So yeah, we get down to the end there, and geez, it's they have all these call-ups and all these new players and everything's moving around. All of our EPA stuff goes right out the window because we're in the last month. So it's like we have to cut that down in September all the
Suddenly
time.
people start trying. I don't know what happens out there, but like it totally screws up our stats.
Right. But Charles says he likes Jacksonville State with me. Yes.
Yeah, and I like, because Ron also posted, because I like Goff at plus 225 today for passing yards as well. He's been actually, surprisingly to me, doing very well this season. So I think that's good.
Up there. So he says Goff, 225 plus yards, Gibbs, anytime touchdown, St. Brown, over 72 receiving. And he said, give me the Lions.
Yes, I'm with you on those.
That's a nice little payout there, plus 637. So yeah, I mean, Enron wins all the time. So if I were you, I would capture the screenshot and make sure you
piggyback.
Right. Exactly. But yeah, I mean, I will have a couple plays in college football tonight, so you can go ahead and check that out. I will have a best bets in the NFL, and of course, I have a 3-pack of Major League Baseball. Did well yesterday, went 3-0. Tiffany, I saw, was 3-1, so we're up there on the leaderboard. And again, thanks so much for purchasing our selections. We do appreciate that. Because I mean, Tiffany has a full-time job, but I just make my money off of handicapping. So I do appreciate getting paid, right? It's fun.
Yeah. Yes, we do appreciate it.
We do appreciate it. Make sure you go ahead, like, subscribe, click on the bell. Make sure you get the notifications because we are here Monday through Friday at 1 p.m. Eastern. So make sure you don't miss out. And then when you go to Tony's site at tonyspicks.com, make sure when you check out, you use the promo code TonyT. And that is exclusive here to our video viewers here on YouTube. So make sure you use the promo code. You don't want to miss out on the 10%.
Yeah, it's easy to remember because I'm pretty sure the T stands for Tiffany.
Yeah.
Tony
and Tiffany. Right? Exactly. I don't know why I didn't put 2 and 2 together, before. So yeah, we appreciate it, you guys. Come back and see us tomorrow. We will have more picks. And yeah, we'd like to chat with you guys about what happens tonight on Thursday Night Football. Can't wait.
Yep.
So what should I do? What should I do? Should I play Mr. Reed? What should I do? Huh?
We need to look that up.
All right. I need some.
I'll do some research.
Thank you.
All right. Have a good day.
Bye, guys.